If you're a coach, a healer, or a service business owner, and you know that you're capable of so much more, but you keep freezing when it comes to showing up, selling your offers, or taking that consistent action, then this video is for you. So you probably already know what you should be doing. You know that you should be posting more. You know that you should be talking about your offers more, and you know that you should be putting yourself out there. Yet somehow every time that you go to do it, something stops you. You either overthink it, you doubt yourself, you procrastinate, you tell yourself, it's okay, you'll start tomorrow. Then another week passes, another month. Maybe you've already invested in those coaching programs, the courses, maybe even a coach themselves. Really to do that mindset work. And although that you've learned a lot, you're still fighting that same internal battle. So hi, I'm Kelly and I'm the founder of Saturn Transformation. It's part of the Saturn Therapies group, and I am the creator of the Saturn Method. Now, I created this framework because I lived exactly what I've just described. For years, I couldn't understand why there wasn't just a simple roadmap that could actually help people create that lasting transformation. And I kept asking myself, why did some people know exactly what they're meant to do, and yet still I can't seem to do it? I tried the strategies, I read the books, I completed the courses, I learned all the mindset techniques, and yet I still found myself falling back into those same patterns. Then everything changed. I realised that the problem wasn't that I didn't know enough. The problem was that my subconscious was trying to protect me. And once I started working there, then everything else became easier. And that's what became the Saturn Method. So today I help coaches and healers stop freezing in business so that they can confidently show up, sell naturally, and just really build that consistent momentum in 90 days or less. Which one of these feels most like you? Is it the knowing exactly what you should be doing, but you never quite manage to do it? Is it the investing in the coaching, the courses, the therapy, and hoping that one just is finally different and will make everything stick and pull together? Or is it the constant overthinking, the rewriting the posts, the rewriting the scripts, the waiting until it's perfect? Now, I hear this time and time again from clients, and what I discovered was that none of these are actually the problem. They're the symptoms of something deeper. Now, this is what changed everything for me when I started to really understand this. Now, most personal development works from a conscious level. It's the goals, it's the motivation, the strategies, the journaling, all that positive thinking. Now, these things aren't wrong. They can actually be incredibly helpful, and we use a lot of them within the programs that my current clients work through in the group coaching that we do. But they don't change the subconscious patterns driving your behaviour. Now, if your subconscious believes that visibility isn't safe, then you will avoid posting. If it believes that rejection isn't safe, then you will avoid selling. And if it believes that success creates pressure, then you'll procrastinate. Now, not because that you're lazy, but because your subconscious is just trying to protect you. It's doing its job. Once you change that, then behaviour changes naturally. So that's exactly why I created the Saturn Method. Now, this isn't therapy. It's not another motivational program. It's a structured roadmap that takes you through 9 clear stages of transformation. Now, we don't work around the problem, we work through it. We identify what's actually creating that hesitation and we release it. We rebuild the confidence and we help you become someone who naturally takes action. It's really about releasing that authentic version of you from inside. So it goes deeper. it's structured, and it creates that lasting change. Now, everything that we build is built over 3 different phases: awareness, transformation, and empowerment. And everything begins with that awareness, because, well, we can't change something that you don't understand. We can't shift something that we don't know about. Then we look at identifying those core subconscious patterns. We understand your protection responses. And we see the root cause, not just those symptoms. And then comes the transformation phase. Now, that's where we begin releasing the subconscious patterns that have been keeping you stuck. We dissolve those patterns right at source. And we release what's been keeping you stuck so that we can rebuild that identity and that deep self-belief. And then we rewire your responses at a subconscious level. And then finally comes the empowerment phase, where we build with clarity and confidence. This is where people begin showing up differently. They stop forcing confidence and they become confident naturally. And it becomes more of who they are. So they show up consistently and visibly. They take action without consistent overthinking, and they start to create that real change in life and in business. Now, one thing, I never wanted this program to become another online course that people bought and never finished. And that's why everything inside the Saturn Awakening is designed around implementation. So you're supported, you have personal guidance, you have voice note support and group support, you've got the community, there's business strategy and visibility, there's the crafting your voice. Because transformation, well, it doesn't happen by consuming information. It happens by applying it. And that's why each stage here, you get the full 9 modules, which is a full self-paced program covering all those 3 phases that we've just walked through. You get that ongoing access to me and a group of people that are on the same journey as you, or that have already walked that path as well. For any questions, reflections, we help you craft your voice, your offer, and how you show up. Now, most businesses actually fail because their offer's not correct. It's not what the clients or their audience need, so we help you craft that. And then you get free access to the Revenue Intelligence Group, which is a CRM and online booking service. You get 6 one-to-one personal sessions for that personal support that you can spread out through a period of time for whenever you feel that you need them. And then we look at practical business clarity woven in alongside that inner work. So as you're starting to get more confident and starting to show up, then we start to give you this business strategy that you need to fully build on your business. And you get the Saturn Circle community filled with mini courses, meditations, activations, ebooks for continuous learning. After you've done the work over those 90 days, then you can keep continuing your work there. And you get lifetime access to the program so that you can access the materials whenever you need them. It's important to me that we have empowerment over dependency. So everything, every worksheet, every guided sheet, every checklist, audit, tracking audit, self-doubt audits are there to help you deal with whatever life throws at you after you've completed this course, so that you have the tools in your toolbox to deal with whatever life throws. So the roadmap gives you the overall journey, but the work is the step-by-step in the right order that you need for that lasting transformation. I created something called the clarity assessment, where you get a clarity report, because there may be some of these steps that you're stronger in than others. There may be some that you're doing just now. So during that session of where we have a one-to-one call, I'll personally walk you through your own Saturn Method roadmap. So we'll identify exactly where you are, what's keeping you stuck, and which subconscious patterns could be running the show for you, running those decisions that you're trying to make. And within 24 hours, you receive a personalised clarity report. It's 10 pages plus, just depending on how much information is personally needed for you. It's completely tailored to you. Now, it shows exactly what's already working and what still needs attention and what your next steps should be to be able to shift into that new empowered version of you. Now, if that sounds valuable, you'll find a button at the bottom of this video just below so that you can book your assessment. Now, first though, let me show you the business roadmap. So again, we work through everything of awareness, transformation and empowerment. And where we start, we look at your audience, offer refinements, revenue alignment, the CRM system that I spoke about, and it goes on and on. So we layer that in and we weave that in. Right, now, not everybody's looking for business. Some are just looking for the inner work, but this method meets you exactly where you need to be. Now, what some of our clients say is, we've got Carrie Ann here, that she had tried the therapy, the mindset work, the journaling, all of it. Nothing shifted things the way that this did for her. She finally understood what was blocking her, what was stopping her, what was getting in her way. And she's grown in life, she's grown as a person, she's grown her business, and she started showing up consistently. She started actually doing talking videos in her social media, something that she said that she would never do. We've also got Christina. She came in feeling completely stuck and invisible, and then within only a few weeks, she started to take action. She'd been putting off for months. Right? The clarity was unlike anything that she'd experienced before. Now, Christina came to us where she had done a lot of work in herself already, so she understood the different conscious level work, the journaling, the affirmations, the meditations. She understood all that and she was very, very good at it. But she knew there was still something underneath that she had to shift, and that's what made the difference for her. Now, we've got just a few videos here that you can actually hear from Carrie Ann and a few of the others that have done a bit of work with me.
Carrie Ann and I have completed Kelly's Saturn Awakening course, which was truly life-changing. Before, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I wouldn't do videos like these for anything. And now I am doing social media videos for my own content for my small business. I'm a psychic medium, and doing this Saturn Awakening has increased my confidence. It truly has changed my life. I'm much more confident. I'm able to speak up about anything that I feel that I need to. I'm able to put myself in front of an audience, which I could never have dreamed of before. Through the different resources that Kelly has put on, you can go back and use them again. It's truly amazing, and Kelly's so supportive and is there every step of the way that you need. Having a school community as well, where you can share with others. Your progress is fantastic. So if you've been wondering about trying something that's a wee bit different, this is definitely a course for you. It's so supportive and so many resources that you can use again and again.
And then this is Maggie. Maggie came to us. She said that she couldn't really think of anything good to say about herself. There was one quote that really stuck with the group with, because she was always the one looking after everybody else. And who cares for the carer? So she took the plunge to invest in herself and to make that commitment to having time for her.
Before starting the Saturn Awakening, I felt stuck in so many ways in life, preferring my comfort zone but also feeling a sense of frustration. I found myself saying yes when I really wanted to say no, and I would say no to the things that really aligned with the way that I wanted my life to go. Looking back, that pattern showed up everywhere in my life. One of the biggest themes that emerged through this course was that fear of being seen. I realised that throughout life I've always dulled my spark, I've always hidden at the back of the crowd, and I've always struggled with imposter syndrome. This course has helped me realise that these weren't flaws. Even though I'm only in week 4, I feel that the shift has been profound. I can now see myself in a different light, and I also see my lived experiences differently. Last November, I genuinely couldn't name a single positive thing that my life had taught me. Working through this course, I now recognise qualities that have followed me through life for as far back as I remember. This isn't an overnight transformation. It's not a quick fix. It's not about forcing a change. It's about building awareness and recognising patterns.
And then we have Stuart, who is also part of the team, who was very anxious and very nervous when he first came to see me. And he now shares his story at live events in person and online with me.
Before I joined the Saturn Method, I was a nervous wreck. My emotions were everywhere. I felt disconnected from myself. I just kept second guessing myself. I joined the Saturn Awakening and it changed everything. What made it different from anything else I've tried was that it helped me feel more grounded, helped me feel safe. It wasn't about fixing myself, it was about understanding myself. I learned how to sit in my emotions and how to actually trust my own voice again, which was hard for me at the start. The tools were practical, but the biggest transformation for me was inside myself. I am no longer anxious, I'm confident. Not in a loud performative way, but in a calm way. Trust myself, feel grounded again, don't live in constant anxiety.
Hi, I'm Lucy and I'm one of Kelly's clients, and I just wanted to do a video talking about my experience. So honestly, I feel like sometimes it's hard for me to put into words. Eye-opening, so transformative, life-changing. That is the words I would use to describe. And with Kelly, it was just unreal, and Kelly is so passionate about her work, healing and regressions, and just like what it can do for you on your journey and on your path, and helping you to experience and understand why you might be experiencing certain things showing up in this life, and just helping you to heal those patterns and blocks. So I can't recommend Kelly enough. She is amazing.
So very kind words from them all there, but these are people that put the work in, that put the commitment in. They done the steps in the right order, and that's what made the difference for them. As I said, there's a level. We meet you where you are with this, and it's about looking at what level looks right for you. So everybody is at different stages, and some people just simply want access to the roadmap and the community. So you've got that self-paced option. Others want that personal mentorship and that support, that accountability to make sure that they are pushing forward with the steps. And others want support building both themselves and their business. And that's why there are different ways that you can work with me through the Saturn Method. And the important thing today isn't about choosing a program. It's understanding which part is actually right for you. Now, I know investing in yourself can be scary, especially if you've tried other things before. Now, that's why I make this promise. If you genuinely show up, complete the work, attend the sessions that are there for you, and you don't experience that meaningful change, then I'll continue to work with you for another 90 days at no additional cost. Because I'm invested in your transformation too. Now, I've never actually had to put this in place, but it's important that it's there so that you know that you get that support if you need it. Imagine this time next year, nothing changes. You're still waiting until you're ready. You're still doubting yourself. You're still watching other people move forward, or 90 days from now, you build that new version of you, you've built the confidence, you're showing up consistently, and you're finally moving forward. Now that decision starts today. Okay, don't make another year of the same patterns stop you having that life that you desire just now, because that life then just stays in the future. Don't spend more time and money on those other surface level courses. Now, you can always make more money, you can never make more time. So get started now. So you already know what you want. Now the question is, are you ready to stop waiting for the pattern to change on its own? And if you are, book that call today and let me personally walk you through the roadmap and give you that breakdown of where you are and what your next steps could look like. Even if you don't continue on and invest in one of the programs, then that's okay, because you still get that 10-page or more report that will show you what your next steps are. So all in all, you walk away from that call still with a guide for moving forward. Now, if you've watched this far, I don't think that you're here by accident. Something's resonated. You already know that there's another level available to you. Now, the only question is, are you going to take that step? Or are you going to let that pattern hold you back? Now, I look forward to meeting you and helping you take your next steps. So get that call booked in today and I will see you there. Thanks for staying with us and thanks for listening.